Constitution of the United States.
Now that he's president, Joe Biden has campaign promises to keep, one of which is reversing the damage he says was done by his predecessor on US immigration policy.
The day one challenge that we need to address immediately, the humanitarian disaster that the Trump administration has systematically created on our southern border.
Biden also sent Congress a sweeping blueprint for immigration reform, legislation that includes a pathway to citizenship for undocumented immigrants. For NGOs like Mexico-based Sin Fronteras, founded by Ana Saiz, it's some of the first good news they've had in years. She's particularly heartened by the Biden administration's suspension of Donald Trump's Remain in Mexico policy, which forced asylum seekers to wait south of the border while their claims were processed.
El sistema está muy deteriorado.
The U.S. asylum system has deteriorated significantly as a result of this Remain in Mexico policy, which has affected more than 70,000 people who have been victims of kidnapping, extortion, family separations, and human rights violations. So while there's no magic wand to reverse these problems overnight, moving to change this situation is vital.
Un cambio.
However, other issues are still present, including COVID-19 restrictions that have allowed for the immediate expulsion of migrants crossing the border. And with one of the largest caravans of Central American migrants ever seen currently battling its way towards the US, it's an issue executive orders won't solve, according to migration analyst Jahir Dabroy in Guatemala City.
US immigration policy is set by the Department of Homeland Security, and change there doesn't happen overnight. You can reverse executive orders from the Trump administration, but you can't drastically change migration policy. What's needed are long-term investment plans in these regions, which will guarantee the US that migration flows will decrease.
It's America's day.
Biden's immigration bill does include billions of dollars for tackling the root causes of migration in Central American nations. But when that investment could begin making a difference, and whether Congress will even approve it, are far from certain. Alistair Baverstock, CGTN, Mexico City.